Out there. Thank you for watching my video. Right now, I'm just getting some of this just beautiful divine energy. It's solar noon right now, and it feels amazing. The season is getting warmer and warmer, and I just feel better and better. The winter was really it was pretty wild. So I'm just happy that things are just changing, and I would really love to travel, but because of the politics of what's going on in the world right now, that's limited. So I've been doing some research, and while doing my research, I decided to make this video, and this video is about traveling and relocating, taking vacations, going places. And it doesn't have to be a far away place. It could be another city, but it can also be another country. And I'm going to talk about the energetic fingerprints for every place you may go to in the world, because everywhere you go to in the world has a specific energetic fingerprint for you specifically. And if multiple people go to the same place, each of them will have different different experiences, and different things may happen for them. The energy will be way different for them. And I'm not just talking about perception and culture and people. I'm talking about something a little bit more deeper than that. And this information is astrology based. And the realm of astrology that I'm talking about here, the title is called Astrocartography. And I learned of this information. I became aware of it through another YouTuber. She's a young, beautiful astrologer, adventurer. Her name is Maren Altman, and her video was very short. It's like a minute, but I was moved, I was inspired, so I decided to just expand it because I thought it was some very valuable information. So check her out. Now, again, when you travel the earth, when you go to different places on the earth, even if it's just another city that's a couple of hours of driving away, the energy can dramatically change for you, depending on the planetary ley lines and energetically concentrated points of energy, which I'm going to show you in a moment. I'm going to go on my computer screen. I'm going to take you to a website. I'm going to take you step by step and show you how to pull this up. It's very simple. I'm going to give you instructions. I'm going to put the instructions on the screen. You can pause the video and look at the instructions on how to just go into the website, type in your birth information, and a map will be pulled up, and you just touch or click on different areas of the world and find out the type of energy that's available, or it's for you to experience specifically. But I'll use myself as the example. I'm just gonna get kind of personal, because I'm gonna show you places I've been, and I'm gonna show you the anecdotal summary of those places, as well as explain my own personal experience in those places, and show you how well they matched up. And oftentimes when you read anecdotal summaries of things, it's a little bit different from the actual experience. But a lot of this for me was pretty spot on, and it matched. So here I am sharing this with you, and I thought it was very interesting, and I think you'll enjoy this. So let's get started. But before we get started, here's a quick summary of what astrocartography is. Take a moment, pause the video, and read it for yourself if you need to. Okay, and also right now I'm going to put up just a few instructions of how to the website, how to put in your birth information, and it's real simple, just a few steps. Take a look at this. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, so let's get started with the video. And one more thing before we get started. Some examples of the type of energies that you may experience in places that you go. If one example, like if the place you plan to go visit, vacation, is a Pluto focused energy, if you go to that place and live for some extended amount of time or stay, it's going to be a transformational experience. It's going to be deep. So if in that case, if you don't want to have like some deep experience that's going to transform you, even if it's going to be for for positive reasons, like if you go on vacation, you're going just to travel, you don't want any big transformation, then, like, for example, this type of place wouldn't be a type of place that you want to go and spend this type of time with. These are the type of things I'm going to talk about here. Or if you're going to look for love, if you're actually going to look for love, you can find places where you will be more attractive. There's also places where you will be far less attractive. Even no matter how you actually look or how attractive you actually are, it's all energy. It's all about energy. So, this is some very interesting stuff. So let's get started with the video. I'll start off my presentation with this website. This website basically explains what MC, IC, and DC are. And there's also the Ascendant. And the reason why I'm going to explain this is because if you know what these are, then it helps you understand the things we're going to talk about in a moment, and makes them easier to follow. Don't worry, it's going to be real simple. So MC, in a nutshell, MC is when you type in your information for astrology, and you put in your birth date information, your astrology chart comes up, and there's a wheel, your astrology wheel. There's a top part of your wheel, that's where the MC is. The bottom part of your wheel, that's where the IC is, and the right side of the wheel, that's where the DC is, and the left side of the wheel, that's where your Ascendant is. Now, MC, which is the top, this is your public persona, your image, the way everybody knows you, the way everybody sees you. Your IC is the opposite of that. IC is at the bottom, and it's the things that are hidden from everyone. And it's like the way you were raised, your ancestry, your past life, if you believe in that type of thing. It's all that stuff that's behind you, that made you what you are today, that's hidden, that plays a big role in what you are today still. And then you have your DC. DC is the opposite of your Ascendant, and the DC again is on the right side of the astrology wheel. And the DC represents the type of your one-on-one relationships and partnerships, whether they be family, friendships, business, etc. Those close relationships, those one-on-one close relationships. And it's also the people that you're attracted to and the people that are attracted to you, that type of thing. And then you're on the left side, you have your Ascendant, and Ascendant is just basically you. Just basically you physically, and just you. So let's take a look at this before we go on to the next thing. Just kind of a recap, I guess. Here, MC again, so at the top of your chart, it's your career and public roles in a nutshell. That's what it means. And then your IC is at the bottom of your chart. It's your roots, your home, and your family. And then then you have your DC. DC is on the right side of your chart, and it's your relationships and co-conspirators. And then you have the AC. AC is on the left side. It's basically just you. And also, one more thing.
if you have planets in one of these areas, whether it be your AC, DC, AC, wherever the planets are in those areas, that's the type of energy in that part of you, your life. And whatever house is in those areas is the part of your life that will be affected by those themes or energy. So let's go ahead and start the video. Let's go to the main information. So if you look here, this is my home country. I am American, and I am from the southeastern part of the United States. You're going to learn a little bit about me in this video, and the reason why I'm going to use myself is because I think it makes the information more authentic, real, and more relatable, and it'll help you understand the things that I'm presenting to you. And also, it's easy for me to present this to you by talking about myself, because I know myself well. Now here, if you look at, I'm from Alabama, a place called Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And if you look here at Alabama, there's a line going straight through it. There's a circle where my home, where I was born. And if I touch that line, I'm using a touchscreen phone. I've touched the line, and if you look to the right side of the screen, it says Moon's Node and DS line. Remember, DS is the descendant. DS is one-on-one relationships, that type of thing. And moon nodes is your destiny or your previous past life acquired energy or acquired skills, acquired things from your previous past life. So for me personally, yours will be different because you have different chart. For me, it's all about if I'm in any state that's along this line, this type of theme will be prominent in my life. If I'm in those areas, if I'm visiting or if I'm living in these areas, that type of thing will be prominent. And the theme for me is life will be focused more on, for me specifically, more on my one-on-one relationships and partnerships, and I'll have to find some type of balance or compromise from my own self. I can't be selfish. It'll be about not being selfish, but focusing and investing in others. That's what I'm supposed to learn in this lifetime based on this. So another place. I lived also in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, for about 2 years. And I'll use this to illustrate more. If you look at Atlanta, Georgia here, there's a line going straight through Georgia, and that's an energy line, and I'm going to touch it and let the information drop down. And if you look, it says Uranus and MC. MC is out in the public, your reputation, public persona, that type of thing. And Uranus is a shake 'em up, unpredictable, authenticity, just making things unstable, that type of thing, instability. And if you don't harness this right and contain it, this could really just mess a lot of stuff up. And during this time, that's the type of energy that was in this area where I lived. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, and unbeknownst to me at that time, that had an effect on my life there then. So, now I know. I wish I knew this back then, but even if I did know it back then, I probably would have gone anyway. But let's go to a different place. Now, I now live in Asia. So how about we go to Asia? Let's go to Asia. Let's go to Asia. So, Asia. I live here right now. This is South Korea. I live on the east coast of South Korea. And I'm going to zoom in. If you look at this, there's lines there's no line going straight through South Korea, but there's a line close to it on the left side. And that line on the left side is likely the energy that's affecting me the most for this area. So I'm going to touch on that energy, touch on that line. And that line is Neptune. Neptune IC line. IC is more of a hidden, behind the scenes type of placement or type of area. IC is the bottom of the chart. So, not being that visible. So it's not really a place for visibility for me. And also it's Neptunian. Neptune is a spiritual energy. It's a higher octave of Jupiterian energy. It's about blurring lines, like, people accepting one another and not really looking at one another based on physical characteristics, that type of thing. Even though, people do, I am different. I am a foreigner here. But in general, I get along with people. People are polite enough with me, and my day-to-day life is stable, and everything's fine. I really can't complain, and I have lots of time to think to myself. And as you can see, I have this channel. I do lots of reflecting, and I like to share it. It kind of shows like the type of mindset that I'm in here, and partially it's for this reason. It's the type of energy that's here, and I like doing this also. So this really kind of brings out what I'm, the real me. It's my previous YouTube channel name, The Real Me. But yeah, so Neptunian energy is close to here, and on the other side, on the left side, it's the next closest energy is, there's actually two lines. And the reason why these two lines are overlapping one another is because one's Jupiter and one's Saturn. And when I was born, Jupiter and Saturn were conjunct. So those energies will always be kind of close together, and they'll be kind of just melded into one energy. And those two planets they're polar opposites to one another, kind of. Jupiter is about expansion and big faith and big lessons and abundance. And Saturn is the opposite of that. It's about restrictions. It's about being held back. It's about discipline. So it's whole different lessons that kind of go against one another. So I guess to put this in plain language, it's kind of, you have big prizes with big responsibilities, or in some cases, big problems, but there's a bright side always, like that type of thing. And that's what's over in Japan for me. If I were to live in Japan along those lines, those are the types of energies that would be in Japan for me. And I could live on either side to shift for a different energy shift. So let's talk about a place that I've been to. Like I showed you, I've talked about these energy lines, but if you look on here, there's these circles. You see these circles? See circles all over the world. The circles, a lot of the circles land in the ocean. There's no land or country, but some of the circles land in countries. So there's only one country where there's a circle that I've actually been to and had the experience. And here I'm showing you India. This is India, and there's a circle in India for me, but I've never been to India before, but I have been to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is on the south coast of India. It's its own country. And Sri Lanka is close to this energy center. So when you see these circles along the lines, these are energy centers for these lines. And this is where the energy is highly concentrated. And for here, I'm going to touch the line. And if you look to the right, the information changes. It says Chiron/MC. MC is, remember, it's your reputation and public persona. And Chiron, I don't know exactly, but I'll try anyway to explain, is Chiron is the wounded healer. It heals things that are that are wounded or that are stagnating within you, within your life. And I guess the way to look at this, there's Chiron and there's MC. So if I wanted to heal my public image or my career, the way I look to the public, this would be likely a good place I could go to. And I would it'd probably help if I like actually went to these places to do some good for the people, which, it's always a good thing. But when I went to Sri Lanka, the type of experience I had there, also, if you were to go to such a place, it changes your whole view on the way you think of that particular part of your life. For example, for me, this is a public image. So after going here, you'll rethink like the type of career that you want or the type of image that you want. Is that type of change that you would get from being in these places. And when I was in Sri Lanka, my memories of that place were that it was very rich in things that a lot of people take for granted, but they were poor in things that people think are like overly important. And when I went there, it's like I saw tremendous value in that place where I could see where another person maybe wouldn't put the value on it like I did. So, and also, a lot of spirituality type of things. People very spiritual there, as I'm guessing India and that whole area. They're kind of known for that type of thing. And it was a really beautiful time. So I don't know if I explained it or illustrated that well enough for you, but that was my experience with being close to one of these energy centers. So now that's the only place I've been to that's close to an energy center. So now I'll talk about places I have not been to and places that I dream of going to. And let me show you Africa, because Africa is it's a dream place of mine that for one reason or another I've been diverted from going there through my life. But it's a dream, and the dream, we're going to keep hope alive. But here, Africa, if you look at Africa, there's multiple lines, like 10, 8, 9, 10. There's a lot of lines going through Africa, a lot of different energy lines. Each of these lines are different. And if you look, there's 3 energy centers running through Africa. And how about we take a look at these energy centers? And I'll kind of show you like the differences. Now, if you look here, there's 3 energy centers. The first energy center, or the energy center on the left side, it's in Angola, the country Angola of Africa. And I'm going to touch it and talk about what this energy center means. So it's MC, so it's in the public eye. And Venus is a very feminine, compliant, love, artistry, your artistic abilities come out, or you have a platform or a way to express let your artistry come out of you, your abilities come out of you. Love is easy to come by in this area because it's Venusian energy here strongly. There's an epicenter of this energy, and it's probably easy to find unconditional love, like the love that a lot of us look for, and also since it's Venusian, it's probably female dominated values in this area. So, that implies that this is like up my alley, someplace female dominated values, people compliant, that type of thing. This place is supposed to be good for me as far as related to Venusian things. Doesn't mean it'll be good. It's just Venus, and there's just good things associated with Venus. So, this is my view. Nothing's good, nothing's bad. It just is. energies are energies. Now, if you look at the next one over, the one in the middle, I'm going to touch it. And if you look over to the right, it says the sun and MC. Again, MC is in the public. Sun also in the public, ego image, that type of thing. This implies that if I were to go here, be here, live here, stay here or whatever type of visit I do, it would be advantageous. A lot of things would go my way. I would get lots of positive attention. People would love me there. People would be excited to see me there. I would be appreciated, and it would be that type of thing. But there's always other variables, but in general, that's the type of energy that's there for me specifically. And the last one, or the third one on the far right hand side, is in looks like Tanzania, Burundi, and part of the east side of the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm going to touch that. And it's Mars. Mars is the opposite of Venusian energy. So it's Mars, it's MC line. MC is in the public eye again, reputation, that type of thing. And with Mars is it's a lot of competitiveness, like actual physical strength. You can get physically stronger there for whatever reason, or you maybe improve your health. Also, Mars is male-dominated energy, so it's probably male traditional values are strongly entrenched in this area for me. And that could go, that could be positive, it could be negative. I guess it's all how you look at it, as with all of the rest of these. But those are the energies there in the continent of Africa for me. Those are the epicenters that I just showed you, but there's, you can go to all the places throughout. There's different energy. If you're on this website, you just touch the line, and when you touch the line, you look to the right side, then it gives you drop down paragraph of, what the things mean. And I'll finish the video by going to another one of my dream places that I want to visit, which is another continent. Here we have South America. Long ago, when I was much younger, I dreamed of going to Brazil. I saw it on TV. It just looked exciting, and I was really captivated by the whole mystique of Brazil. I didn't know anything about it, still don't know anything about it, but something made me want to go there. But now things are a lot different. I'm older, my values and my mindset has changed, and I still want to go to the continent, but Brazil, maybe it's probably not my first choice now. But here, the epicenter here for South America is Paraguay, the Paraguay area. And let's see what this is. This is a Neptunian energy, and it's out in the open, MC. So it's the same type of energy that I have here in South Korea, except, in South Korea is icy, so it's not out in the open. This is out in the open. So there would be blurring, the same type of blurring of lines, and connecting with people on a even more than physical level, that type of thing. And it would be really out in the open, because this MC, it's reputation, and it would be open, in an open type of way. And how about places where I actually do want to go here? And it's kind of limited now because of the present situation of, what that's going on. But right now I'm interested in Venezuela because it has the least restrictions and stuff. And it just looks like the best choice right now. But if I were to go there, it says Sun AS. If you look to the right, Sun AS. So the sun, again, things are bright out in the open, going your way, that type of thing. AS is Ascendant, is my physical body. So A lot of things go well with my actual physical body, or maybe lots of bright transformation within my mind, that type of thing. If I were to go there in the area that's along the line of the Sun/AS line. And I'll just read this in the video like that, and it kind of let you just like see what the type of things they talk about when they describe these different lines and energy centers. Okay, so more beneficial to the west of the line. So if you're on the west of the line, it's more beneficial. In places where the sun is located on the ascendant, there is a greater self-confidence and a more balanced and potent self-image. We feel focused, and this makes us proud of our individual achievements and mindful of gaining respect in all transactions. For those individuals who appear uncertain and weak, a stay at such locations is highly recommended. You will be treated seriously and held in high regard. Your participation in community projects will be actively sought. Your enthusiastic involvement will be multifaceted and creatively innovative. Whether you like it or not, it is here that you will be required to demonstrate your strength and uniqueness to the world. So
Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe, and browse my channel. I'd love to hear from you out there. Make yourself known. Have a good day. I'm out.